Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I finally found Grimbold here at the Fords of Isen. And looks like this is where they buried Theodred, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, let me speak with him. Leave me to die, stranger. My prince lies here and I cannot allow myself to live while the ford lies open to the likes of Saruman. Let them kill me here, the great host has already marched. But they are only the beginning. My death is here. You urge Grimbold to rouse himself. Why? Why should I? Nobody will stand with me. Everyone has retreated and the enemy cannot be kept out. Nothing you can say can save Rohan, Kippen.
Grimbold has fallen into a deep gloom since the death of Prince Theodred, and deeper still when Helm and the Rohirrim abandoned him. He now awaits death as the last defender of the fords.
Our mission is dire.
Leave me be and let the enemy come. Just let them come. I will fall here with Prince Theodred. I should have been the one to die, not him, for I had nothing to live for. This is where I belong. I've cheated death for too long. Just leave me alone. You must convince Grimbold that he is wrong. So I told him a story of Elfhelm's regret. I have wronged your husband, Lady Hildeth, but I hope this rights things between myself and Grimbold. It would seem we have all abandoned him. Grimbold is unmoved by your account. Tell him of Hildeth's regret. I find myself reflecting upon my regrets. You are leading as Grimbold would, brave and just. It may be so, Dunward, but I cannot take back the last words to my husband. If he lives, he is abandoned and alone. It is my fault. My Hildeth. No, it will not do. Rohan will fall, and I will fall with it. Grimbold sits stubbornly, his eyes fixed upon the ground. So I'm going to tell him a story of the king. The last host of Erlingus rides forth, and it shall not return without battle. You, though, I remain in Meduseld, hunched like an old tree beneath winter snow. So it was when you went to war, but a wind from the west has shaken the boughs. Can it be true the king has ridden to war himself? The king leaves his hall and rides to war? I feel as if I have slumbered too long and woke to find the world wholly changed. I could not save his son, but I will endeavor to keep my king from harm. The shadow of despair is lifted from Grimbold's brow.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
If my aging king can bring himself to a warm hearth and soft chair, then I will not yet condemn Rohan as lost. I will fight for Theoden, as I have always done. Erkenbrand, we must find him, for he had good soldiers with him before we were split asunder. Erkenbrand, he cannot be far. For Theoden, for Erkenbrand. I think my mouse is crapping out on me. My right mouse button is just not clicking very well. I've noticed that over the last several episodes. It's not good. Oh yeah, it's really bad now. I'm gonna have to look into it after this episode. There's grave danger ahead. See, I'm right-clicking.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Sometimes it doesn't work. Grimbold has stopped short, his voice dropped to a whisper. Look out ahead. You see the size of that troll? We must try to take him down. I do not think we will die today, Kippen. However, the odds may be against us. For Rohan. What was that? Ah, it's Gandalf. Bosnock is defeated. The White Rider. Erkenbrand, Gandalf. How did we meet here? It would seem that we have all been looking for each other, Grimbold. Though I cannot fathom how we were so lucky to arrive here at the same time. I suppose I had little something to do with it as well, but come, you must listen. You have found Grimbold, and Erkenbrand has found us. This is an unexpected turn of fortune indeed. I am sorry that your reunion must be swift, but we cannot tarry here, my friends. It is to the Hornburg that we must look. Erkenbrand, lead on. We will go to your encampment, for we must plan out our next move at once. That corpse is like really in the way. Alright, so they both say the same thing. So this is Erkenbrand's refuge right here. Okay, good. A little later than I would have liked, but I believe that this turn of events has been fortuitous. I do not think that I would be able to gather them all without you, Kippen. These are all weapons. There's some warden shields here. Let's see. Higher critical defense, higher agility, higher vitality, more physical mastery, and more critical rating. So this is actually a little bit of an upgrade. Yeah, I'll take it. Let me change out the shield. Unfortunately, it looks like I am kind of full. Let me get rid of some of these traveler loot boxes. Make a little bit of room. Although, actually, I should be opening those loot boxes because I could probably replace some of my gear with the stuff that's in there, to be quite honest with you. I don't see any other ones for now. So, yeah, anyways, I'll take a look at that later. Let us all make for Helm's Deep at once. Kippen, you must ride at once to the aid of King Theoden. Shadowfax and I will go with Erkenbrand and Grimbold, and done here, at whatever pace his army of foot soldiers can move. Hurry, Kippen, do not miss the closing of Helm's Gate against the enemy, or you will be on the wrong side, and you will not survive the approach of the Horde.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Go well, my friend Warden. If I had my horse, I would ride with you now, but it is not to be. I hope to fight at your side one day, Kippen. You were valiant to rally Grimbold from his despair, a true friend to Rohan.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
It felt good to grasp a sword again, Kippen. Very good. I have you to thank for my reunion with my allies. With Erkenbrand at our helm, we will crash upon our foes as they fall on Helm's Deep. Now I march! And I hope that I will fight alongside you again, Kippen. Good luck to you, my friend. Your deeds will be worthy of song this night. I know it. So this is it. We are getting towards the climax here. Gonna be heading to Helm's Deep. Alright, somebody's like snoring hard over here. Alright, let me get on my war steed. I feel like... Yeah, my mouse is all tweaky now. Let me see something. I kind of want to go to this little camp here in the south because I feel like there should be quests up there. Let me just check out what's over here. Have I already been here? The staging camp? Have I been here? I don't think I have. Maybe I have and I'm just forgetting. Was this the camp where I was like breaking out all the siege equipment and things like that? I don't know. Let me kill one and see if I get a quest. Yeah, no quest. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go to Helm's Deep, and then I am gonna use my completionist checklist, so of course if I missed anything here, I'll be made aware of it and come back to it, of course. Oh yeah, let's make it back to the fort. There's a few quests to do there. Cross the river and then I can head south. And there's the Hornburg in the distance. No! Sorry, Warg. Oh no! I started running too soon. Alright, now I'm actually out of here. I'm so excited. The Battle of Helm's Deep, it feels like such a climax.
The Westfold burns! Something must be done!
Kippen, I had not thought to see you again. Hurry, friend, hurry. I must lock the gates at once, for our last scout says that the enemy is hot on your heels. From whence did you come? Nay, never mind. It must be a story for another time. Ride, ride! Ride to the Hornburg. How epic. Got some stables here. Thurktel sees you and heartily calls a greeting.
The Hornburg has never fallen. If fortune be with us, it never will.
This is the home of Erkenbrand, but none know what has become of him. Now the king will rely on the walls of the Hornburg and on the strong arms of his people. Will you help us defend the deep? Thurktel smiles when you say that you will. The Hornburg has never fallen, and if fortune be with us, I will one day tell my children, and theirs, that it still has not. Even many years hence, this night may be its gravest test, and ours. May we be found sufficient. Oh man, this is so epic. My goodness. Let me just kind of do a ride through on the wall here. It's just so cool to be here. Picking up where I last left off with my burglar when I first played through this area. This is the furthest I ever got. I know I've mentioned that so many times now, but man, this is really it. This is really it. I remember I actually never even played the Battle of Helm's Deep. I think I got like right up to it. And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna go record. So I never played Helm's Deep. This is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Hama and Derwine have a great deal to do to reinforce the guardhouse. Let me get off my war steed.
The tides of war bring you once again to the king's shore, my friend.
No, this time I will not take your weapons or keep you from seeing Theoden. Now I am pleased that you are here and hope that your skill in battle is as great as I am told. Darwin and I seek to reinforce the doors of this guardhouse, but it is to be hoped that the forces of Saruman do not get this far into the deep. Still, it is good to be prepared. You tell Hama of your meeting with Leofarth in Brockbridge, and the doorward sighs heavily. Thank you for the news of my father. He has been in poor health for many years, but I'm glad to know that he thinks of his son from time to time. He's often in my thoughts. If there was some measure of glory to be had in the hours ahead, I hope it is my lot to make Leofarth proud. Hama is neither confident nor without hope but he seeks to make his father proud.
We must hope Saruman's armies do not breach the dike. These doors will not hold long.
We are trying to reinforce the doors, but there is not enough sturdy wood in the deep. Everything is either rotted or dry and old. Brittle wood will do us no good. We must hope that Gamling and the other soldiers are able to keep the armies of Saruman from breaching the dike, for these doors will not keep them long. Hama says I am wrong. I hope he is right. Darwine believes that the guardhouse doors will not last if tested. Open up the stables.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Alright. So let me get on my pony and let me kind of ride around and see what I can do here. Very cool. Let me keep riding around. There's Egilwyn.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
You give Egilwyn the news of her husband and hand her the letter. I knew he was gone, Kippen. At some point I just knew. I do not know how. It is thanks to you that I was strong enough to face it rather than be paralyzed by fear. I will miss him more than anything, but at least now my grieving can begin, now that all hope of his return is truly gone. There is comfort in this letter. Thank you for this gift.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I have one last favor to ask you, Kippen. I know the remainder of my people and I did not part on the best terms. I wish to know how Egilnoth and the others fared when they went back to Martin. Will you search for them there? Be careful, dear friend. The enemy is strong. Really? I have to go back to Martin? That seems like overkill. Trying to figure out how to get up there. Let me come up through here. Legolas waves a greeting as you approach. Look how epic this fort is. Look at this vantage point. That is an absolutely crazy defensive position.
These are the times that prove the strength of our hearts, are they not?
We are well met, my new friend. These are the times that prove the strength of our hearts, are they not? We are lucky to live in such times for the opportunity to prove ourselves up to the task. Saruman's orcs will arrive at the dike, and if they are not defeated outright, they will push into the space before our walls. We will whittle down their numbers with arrows and with thrown spears, and they will shake their blades and gnash their teeth, and will have no choice but to turn away. The Hornburg has never been breached. It will not be breached tonight either.
You should ask the king if there is aught you can do.
We meet once more, my friend. If you seek battle, you have come to the right place, but if you seek a good rest or peaceful quiet, you should leave this ravine at once. If the numbers reported by Theoden's scouts can be trusted, the entire gorge will be filled with orcs before the moon is down. From here, I will have a clear shot upon any foe that seeks to cross the flat plain before the deeping wall. Every arrow I loose will spell death for one of our enemies. But which will I first exhaust, my arrows or our foes? All of us will have our part to play during the coming night. Legolas fears he will run out of arrows before the battle is done. It's kind of confusing to get around here. There's Theoden. There's a maelstrom of activity outside the walls of the Hornburg. One second, let me check on my dog real quick. Okay.
This is where I will make my stand. Let Saruman's armies come.
Welcome to the Hornburg, Kippen. They will break upon our walls, and we will scatter them across the fields. There's no shortage of tasks to be done. The only thing we lack is time. The scouts tell me that Saruman's forces will be here before the moon is high. Theoden's confident that the Hornburg will not be breached. You have come to offer me your sword at this late hour? Good, I am glad. We can use the might of a warden, now more than ever. Are you ready for war, Kippen, the likes of which you have never seen? Let me look at these earrings. Yeah, not that interested. Interesting music. You have arrived at Helm's Deep in time for the siege.
You ride a fast steed, my friend.
Were you able to help out my sister Eowyn? And how did you find my own home at Oldburg? Has Arso maintained the village as well as his father once did? You give Eomer what tidings you can in little time you both have to spare. I see. My uncle believes this battle will be over quickly, but I'm not so certain. I hope he is right. There will be much work to do to restore the mark, even once the fighting is done. But first we must survive the coming battle. I feel like there's like 2 musical tracks playing at once.
My heart tells me that we are in for a long night.
I'm glad to see you, my well-traveled friend. The men of Rohan have sheltered in the Hornburg before, and its walls have never failed them. I have seen many points of weakness already, and we have only been here a short while. We must ensure this fortress does not fall. If Rohan falls, I fear for the rest of Middle-earth, and that it will not stand.
Weapons are in short supply.
Erkenbrand had a small amount for the garrison, but his men took most of the weapons and armor with them when they rode to the fords, and most of them have not returned. Theoden has called for the people of the Westfold to send as many iron goods as they could spare to the deep. It is not much, but we may be able to fashion some weapons and crude armor from these iron goods in the hour we have before the battle is joined. Search through one of the barrels of iron goods and sort its contents on the nearby mat. Any strong iron could be useful, but we need to know what we have available. With a third of the goods set out on the mat, you see little of use. Yeah. Little of use. With all the goods set on the mat, you see 1 or 2 usable pieces.
I have had an idea, friend.
While watching the men training, I realized something interesting from a great distance. I could not tell if a man was training with a straw dummy or if his opponent was merely parrying his blow without a great deal of motion. If I, with the keen eyes of my people, could not tell the difference, what would one of Saruman's ill-bred minions make of it? I think we should carry some of the training dummies to the top of the wall, Kippen. It will make our numbers seem greater, and any arrow wasted upon a dummy is one which could have struck a fighting man. That is a trade worth any amount of heavy lifting. It's a reasonable idea. To the top of the wall by Legolas. Gosh, it's confusing in here. I'm so lost. Yeah, looks like I went in a big circle, alright. Excellent. we go. You set the dummy atop the wall and hope it will draw fire away from the defenders.
That is a clever idea, if it proves successful.
Unless Saruman's armies turns aside for some reason I cannot tell, they will arrive at the deep during the hours of darkness. They will not be able to tell the difference between these dummies and the defenders atop the wall until they get very near to the wall, and by then I will have claimed many lives of orcs. I spoke for a time with your friend Corudon. I met his sister when we stayed in Lothlorien. If Siglith were here, with her deadly knives the orcs would have a great deal to fear. While I am wishing for unlikely hapstance, why not hope for the arrival of an army of my own kin? That would be a sight indeed. But they are far from here, and have their own concerns and their own lands to defend. The Rohirrim are on their own. They will have to make do with 2 elves, 1 dwarf, a hobbit, and a man. It is to be hoped that will be enough. Speaking of Corudon, he wanted me to send you to him. He rode down to the dike and said that he wished to see the approaching armies with his own eyes. Alright, now what? Okay, so he's all the way up there. So I need to get downstairs. Get on my pony. This layout's a little complicated. I'm gonna have to get used to it. I'll get on the war steed. Yeah, let's do it. No, I don't want to travel to your house. So yeah, this deed is all about doing the epic storyline.
There you are, my friend. I am glad to see you before I leave.
Oh no, 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 what am I doing? Oh my god, what a disaster. Sorry guys. Oh, and I can't get back. Come on. Come on, Hobbit! Yeah, I can't get back through here, that's really annoying. Oh my god. Alright, let's try again.
There you are, my friend. I am glad to see you before I leave.
I'm going to ride from the dike and see what I can tell of Saruman's forces. There may be some weakness in their ranks we will be able to exploit, but until I see the armies on the march, all I have is rumor and fear. I will return before long and tell you what I have seen. Do not fear. I will return before the battle is joined, and perhaps with news that can help us. Stand strong and inspire the men of Rohan, Kippen. I know you will not let them down.
Farmers of the Westfold have brought more iron goods for us.
We have been fortunate so far, Kippen. Farmers of the Westfold have brought more iron goods for us. Carry one of these barrels of iron goods to your friend Aragorn outside of the walls of the Hornburg. He has been sorting through the barrels for anything of use in preparing the defenses. Alright, we gotta run. Oh my god, 600 meters. Probably not gonna be talking. I'm gonna be sipping on my drink here while I do this running. I'm gonna get lost every time I need to go somewhere inside of here. I just know it. Oh, man. This is no good. Too lost. Need some stairs leading up to the middle area. Oh god, what a disaster. How do I get up that middle? Am I this dumb? Am I like missing something? All these stairs go through the outside, so they don't really connect with the middle. I want to follow that guy. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He's going in circles too, just like me. Okay, maybe... This is where I came from, alright. Already tried in here. Or maybe not, maybe... Yeah, this doesn't go anywhere. Oh god. I'm gonna fast forward. Am I dumb? Am I like missing something? I was up there before. How did I get there? Oh my god. Right there, right there. Right there. I can go through here, here, and then there. Right? Yes. Oh my gosh. You don't even need arrows to defeat an army. They'll get so lost in here trying to storm the keep that they'll die before they even get anywhere. And I'm not even where I'm supposed to be. Oh my gosh. Alright, we made it. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. You set down the barrel of iron goods and Aragorn nods gratefully.
Thank you for bringing this all the way up here.
I'm glad more barrels of iron are coming into the deep, but there is no certainty that we will be able to make use of any of the contents. It is worth the wager. Thank you for bringing this all the way here. Vitality, agility, morale, and fate. Critical rating. I'll lose a little bit of critical rating, but I'm gonna get a ton of vitality. And a little bit more agility. I think it's worth it. And I'll take one of these.
The next few hours will sorely test us all, but none more than the King of Rohan.
Alright, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Let me equip my new ring. And in the next episode, we will continue the preparations here for Helm's Deep. So thanks for watching and see you next time.